Some people in our lives can quietly steal our energy and joy, leaving us feeling drained and confused, without us even realizing why. It's surprising how often those who want to ruin your life don't come with obvious warning signs. They don't show up as strangers or enemies. Instead, they hide behind familiar faces, friends, family members, co-workers, people you trust or love. This makes their actions even more dangerous because it's hard to see the harm when it's coming from those closest to you. But understanding what to watch for can change everything. In this video, you're going to learn 5 specific behaviors that these people use to slowly break you down. These are not just vague ideas, but real-life patterns that cause deep, lasting damage if left unnoticed. It's important that you don't skip any part, because missing even one clue could mean missing the chance to protect yourself and your peace. From constant criticism that chips away at your confidence, to manipulative tricks that make you doubt your own mind, each behavior is a warning sign that something is very wrong. You'll discover how isolation tactics can quietly cut you off from your support system, making you feel trapped and alone. You'll also learn about unpredictability, the kind of emotional roller coaster that keeps you anxious and hooked, never knowing what to expect next. And finally, you'll understand why respecting your boundaries is not just important but essential, and how ignoring them is a clear sign someone is trying to control and harm you. By the end of this video, you'll be able to spot these toxic behaviors early, helping you protect yourself before they cause more harm. So stay with me and pay close attention. This could be the knowledge that changes your life. One of the first behaviors you might notice from someone trying to ruin your life is constant criticism and belittling. It often doesn't come as a loud attack, but as small, harmless comments that pile up over time. Maybe it starts with a joke about your appearance or your choices, something that feels easy to brush off at first. But these little remarks don't just disappear. They slowly build into something much more damaging. When someone repeatedly points out your flaws or mistakes, even in subtle ways, it chips away at your confidence without you fully realizing. You might begin to question your decisions, feel less sure about yourself, or even start to believe those negative things about who you are. The truth is, your brain reacts to emotional pain just like it does to physical pain. When you hear constant criticism, it causes real anxiety and doubt. It's not just hurt feelings. It's a deep wound that affects how you see yourself and the world around you. A simple test to know if what you're hearing is toxic is to ask yourself, does this criticism make me feel stronger and motivated to grow? Or does it tear me down and make me feel small? Constructive feedback, the kind that helps us improve, usually lifts us up and is given with care. But when criticism feels harsh, unfair, or is said publicly to embarrass you, it crosses a dangerous line. If someone never offers you a compliment, always finds fault, or makes you feel judged all the time, that's a red flag. It's important to set boundaries here. Letting others know what kind of words or tone you will not accept is not being rude. It's protecting your well-being. Remember, no one's opinion should ever decide your worth. You deserve respect and kindness, especially from those closest to you. Constant criticism is not about helping you. It's about controlling and breaking you down. Recognizing this is the first step to stopping it before it takes over your life. Another powerful way people try to ruin your life is through gaslighting, a sneaky form of manipulation where they twist your reality to make you doubt yourself. It's like they rewrite what actually happened, making you question your own memories and feelings. You might hear phrases like, "You're too sensitive," or "That never happened," or even, "You're making a big deal out of nothing." At first, these words might confuse you because they don't match what you remember. Imagine telling someone how hurt you felt when they ignored you, only to have them say, "That never happened, you're imagining things." Over time, hearing this again and again can make you start to believe that maybe you are the problem, that you're crazy or confused. This constant twisting of reality wears down your mental health. You may start feeling anxious and unsure of yourself all the time. You might depend more and more on that person's version of what's true, because your own mind feels unreliable. This is the real danger of gaslighting. It steals your confidence in your own thoughts and feelings. To fight this, try keeping a journal where you write down what really happens, how you feel, and what you remember. This helps you keep track of your truth and stops you from getting lost in confusion. Also, listen to your gut. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Don't be afraid to reach out to trusted friends or family for their perspective. They can help you see things more clearly. Remember, your feelings and memories are real and valid no matter what anyone tries to tell you. Gaslighting doesn't only happen in romantic relationships. It can happen at work, with friends, or even family members. Wherever it happens, it's harmful and must be recognized early so you can protect yourself and hold on to your truth. Building on that, another way toxic people try to ruin your life is by slowly isolating you from the people who care about you, and at first it might not seem obvious. It's like the story of a frog placed in water that heats up slowly. The frog doesn't notice the danger until it's too late. Similarly, these isolators don't attack directly or loudly. Instead, they quietly cut you off from your friends, family, and anyone who might support you. They might act jealous when you talk about your friends or family, making small comments that make you feel guilty for spending time with others. Sometimes they might spread doubt, planting seeds of distrust, so you begin to question the intentions of those around you. You could start feeling responsible for their unhappiness, even if it's not your fault. This constant control of who you see or talk to makes you more dependent on them because your usual reality checks, your support network, are slowly taken away. Isolation doesn't just happen face-to-face. It can also happen through digital control. Some manipulative people might insist on knowing your passwords or reading your messages, or they put on a friendly face in public but act controlling and cruel in private. These are warning signs to watch for. When someone is overly jealous, tries to stop you from seeing friends or going to social events, or when social gatherings turn into constant drama because of their interference. It's important to remember that your friendships and family ties are vital. They keep you grounded and remind you who you really are. If you feel someone is trying to keep you away from those connections, trust your instincts. Set clear boundaries to protect yourself. Don't let anyone control who you can or cannot see. Staying connected to your support network is one of the strongest ways to defend yourself against those who want to hurt you. You deserve relationships that lift you up, not ones that trap you in loneliness and doubt. Continuing from that, Another harmful behavior to watch out for is when someone is completely inconsistent and unpredictable with how they treat you. One moment they might be kind, warm, and caring, making you feel loved and important. Then, out of nowhere, they become cold, angry, or even cruel without clear reason. This kind of behavior puts you on an emotional roller coaster that's exhausting and confusing. It's not easy to understand why someone you care about can switch so quickly from sweet to harsh. This back and forth creates what experts call a trauma bond, where the good moments become like a powerful addiction. You start chasing those highs of affection, hoping they will last, but then the cold or angry moments pull you down again. This pattern, called intermittent reinforcement, makes it very hard to leave or say no, because your brain keeps hoping for the next moment of kindness. When you live with this kind of unpredictability, it makes you constantly on edge, always watching for the next mood change. You become hypervigilant, anxious, and sometimes try hard to fix the relationship, blaming yourself for the bad times and hoping your efforts will bring more good ones. It's important to notice these patterns clearly. Try keeping track of how often these ups and downs happen so you can see the full picture, not just the moments you want to believe in. Love and respect shouldn't feel like a constant battle or guessing game. You deserve a relationship that feels safe, steady, and nurturing, not one that keeps you confused and worn out. If you find yourself trapped in this emotional cycle, take steps to reclaim your peace. Build your self-trust by listening to your feelings and remembering that you are worthy of consistent care. Stability isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity for healthy relationships and your well-being. When you recognize unpredictability as a harmful pattern, you give yourself the power to seek better and protect your heart. Building on that, one of the most important signs of someone wanting to ruin your life is when they don't respect your boundaries. Boundaries are like invisible lines that protect your feelings, space, and well-being. They help keep relationships healthy and balanced by making sure everyone feels safe and respected. But toxic people don't see boundaries as something to honor. They test them again and again, pushing little by little until those lines get crossed. This can happen in many ways, like borrowing your money or things without asking, making inappropriate comments that make you uncomfortable, controlling your social media or messages, or unloading their emotional problems on you without care. These actions might start small but quickly add up, making you feel drained and powerless. It's so important to set clear boundaries and communicate them calmly and firmly. You don't need to over-explain or apologize for what you need. Your feelings and limits matter just as much as anyone else's. If someone gets angry, tries to make you feel guilty, or dismisses your requests when you say no, those are red flags. They show that they want to control you, not respect or care for you. Recognizing this can save you a lot of pain. When you stand up for your boundaries, you're protecting your self-respect and mental health. Sometimes, no matter how much you try, the other person won't change. That's when it's important to think about walking away. You deserve relationships where your boundaries are valued, not ignored or challenged. Setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's an act of self-love and strength that helps you stay safe from people who want to harm your happiness. Remember, your peace and well-being come first. Now that we've talked about these 5 powerful behaviors, constant criticism, gaslighting, isolation, unpredictability, and disrespect for boundaries, It's important to take a moment to look back and really understand what they mean. These aren't just random bad habits. They are serious warning signs that someone might be trying to harm your happiness and peace of mind. It's natural to feel scared or overwhelmed hearing about these things, but remember, the purpose here is not to frighten you. Instead, it's to help you protect yourself by recognizing these patterns early. These behaviors have been studied and noticed all over the world and across different cultures because they cause real harm to people's mental and emotional health. If you think about your own life, maybe you've seen some of these signs before or felt the pain they bring. Reflecting on your experiences can help you stay aware and stronger when faced with toxic people. Sharing your story with others can also be powerful. It reminds us we're not alone, and it can help someone else see what they might be going through. If you want to learn more about protecting yourself and understanding these difficult relationships, better exploring more videos and content can be a great next step. Knowledge is one of the best tools you have to keep your life safe and joyful. Remember, you deserve respect, kindness, and peace every single day. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch and listen today. It really means a lot that you chose to spend a few minutes focusing on something so important, your well-being and happiness. If any part of this video spoke to you, or if you've experienced these kinds of toxic behaviors yourself, please feel free to share your story or ask questions in the comments. Sometimes just talking about it can help a lot. If you want to keep learning, there's another video coming up that talks about healing from toxic relationships and how to set healthy boundaries, which can be really helpful on your journey. Take a moment now to quietly think about what you've learned and how it might apply to your life. Growing stronger and protecting yourself is a process that takes curiosity and patience, so don't rush it. Just remember, understanding these behaviors is a powerful first step toward getting back your joy and peace. You deserve nothing less.